Or source, depending on where
Source. Source.
It's a butter source.
Alright, let's see. Moment of truth right here, boys. Moment of truth.
Am I the only one who hasn't noticed that in the last like 10 years you got a lot of kids that talk like that? Hey, how everybody doing today? You're like, hey, like what the frick are you doing? Like it's like super common now, I'm being honest. Like is it something in what we're eating?
I think we're up. I think we're up and going. We're good.
You looked at it and looked good?
Yep. You guys look at it too though, double check me. Check me on
good.
this.
We're good.
We're good?
We're good.
Eat you good. Eat you good. Alright, get these shared out, Ryan, real quick.
Alrighty. Third time's the charm.
Yep, here we go, boys. I hope the
We're
groups
still gonna.
don't...
That's what I'm gonna say. We're still gonna post to the groups.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Put something in your...
What are all these these 6 30-second videos?
Good thing we've only got an hour and 10-minute show tonight.
I think we'll be making an hour.
At this point, it's whatever. I'll take a 30-minute show.
I was just talking about your timeline.
Clinton reminds me of somebody. I can't put a finger on.
Probably the scum of the earth. If we
Dan
listen to
Goodman, if he put on an extra 50 pounds.
It's not Dan Goodman. John Goodman. He plays
That's what I
Dan.
said.
He plays Dan in Roseanne.
Yeah.
You're mixing his character name with his real name.
I think it's actually the Hamburglar.
I see it.
Painting his face purple. Oh no, that's not the Hamburglar.
Don't be comparing me to Barney. I'll kick you in the balls.
It's not Barney. It's the purple guy from McDonald's.
Oh wow, that's even worse. That's even worse.
Yeah, that's the Hamburglar, isn't it?
Barney, no.
Hamburglar is he's got the stripes.
The purple guy's like the big purple chicken nugget looking dude.
Yeah.
There's no form to his body.
His name's Grimace.
Oh my god.
That's right, Grimace, yep.
Wow.
It's because he's got a black shirt on. It just looks like a floating head.
Oh man, I hate you so much tonight. You don't even know the kind of hate that's projected your general direction. Kicking a man when he's down and in the dirt. We're talking face in the mud, can't hardly breathe. The hunter's over here, putting the big toe on the back of my head.
I wish I could interrupt the stream and put a picture up of Grimace by your face.
Oh, you're awful. I'm gonna put you in timeout, like I did my daughter.
How are you gonna do that?
I don't know. I'll find a way though.
Can you mute me?
Where there is a will, there is a way.
Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A, yeah.
That was actually a little better than his.
Chick-fil-A, yeah.
Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A. It's good. I don't know.
We're about to find out.
I heard it. Wow.
There's been so many mess ups, I forgot about my segment tonight.
You forgot about it? Like you didn't know you were going to do it?
Quentin, you need to hurry up, because we're on a time frame here.
I got something going on now.
It's like T minus 30 seconds until our stream goes off again.
Oh my gosh. Alright, you all shared up, Clint?
Yep, I'm all shored up, son.
You know, it'd have been really funny, Ryan. We should have
Mine glitched
talked
out on
about
it.
it before he came back. Is acted like we were talking and not talked.
Wow.
Oh man,
That'd
Just
be too
muted
much.
it?
That'd be too much.
Yeah.
I pray can forgive you on that.
Well, what would be worse if Clint just closed out the stream just real quick because he's mad? Then he'd blame us.
I'm like, it's all messed up. It's all your fault. Luckily, I don't roll that way because, I'm a stand-up guy.
Right. I'm just not going to say anything on that last one. Just post it. Let's roll.
You ready? I'm ready. Now, here's the thing. 25 minutes in, this deal's still being recorded. So if it shuts down right as we start the podcast, I'm going to rage.
Well, that just means it's not meant to be tonight if that happens. I'm telling you right now.
Hunter, you're not getting out of the podcast. Sorry, bro.
No, we
Hey,
just
I'm
won't go
not
live.
trying
We'll
to
do
get
just
the
like you said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, the
It's
live.
not
Yeah.
meant to be going live tonight.
Yeah.
Because,
Yeah.
My
I won't-
cousin's joined 3 times, and this time he's not joining. So
I don't blame him. The other 6 people that were in the stream didn't come back either.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Like,
what
wow.
about no neck guy? Let's test no neck guy out. Look, there's a neck, bro.
Yep.
Tell me
Yeah.
I'm wrong.
All right, here we
Got a neck here.
It's like I'm always
Where you at?
watching. There's no necks in this room.
Always.
If you don't comment, then I got a neck, bro.
All right. Let's get
Wait for
this.
it.
Let's get this chicken kicking. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tonight on the Delirious Dads Gaming Podcast.
Cut the cord and get rid of cable? Nah, we're just kidding.
Chick-fil-A.
I just had an out of world experience. You messed it up. Redo it.
What? You messed it up, punk.
Actually, I can just go from there. I just had an outer worlds experience.
And now, the Delirious Dads Gaming Podcast.
And welcome to another exciting night of the Delirious Dads Gaming Podcast. Or day, or morning, afternoon, whenever you're listening in. I'm your host, Clinton Stanley, along with co-host Ryan Maddox.
I never unmuted it. I don't know how that just happened. I've had that thing silenced the whole time.
Yeah,
Well,
sure
Ryan
you
gets
did.
a little technical difficulties tonight. Too. Yeah, I've been having it on earlier, and you guys didn't hear it, so it's weird that it was made noise
That
that
is-
time. But
Hey,
yeah,
it's
I'm here.
It's that kind of
Obviously.
night.
Yep.
And we're here
I'm
with
here.
Hunter, white supremacist Venable.
Wow.
wow.
What?
What? Did I just say that out loud? That was the joke I was making. Because the hair, you had kind of the blonde, like shaved on the sides.
That is a haircut they would do.
White
Yeah.
supremacist.
Wow.
Wow.
I went with that.
I did not approve that message.
And the whole loving the Kanye West new album is just a beard. I get it now.
No.
Yeah.
I get it now. Yeah.
I guess I need to cut that out of the podcast. And my daughter's in the bathroom right now. I can hear her. I don't know
Yeah,
what's
that's
going on
what you
with that.
get for calling me a white supremacist and burglar.
Yep. So we're here with Hunter Venable. Just normal Hunter Venable.
Actually, it's not normal Hunter Venable. He shaved his beard or
Hey,
trimmed it.
if
Looks
you
clean.
wanted to,
Cut his
you know
hair. He
what?
looks good.
The proper term would have been just call me a skinhead,
But you're not a skinhead. You still have hair.
not a white supremacist.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. We probably shouldn't throw those words around right now in this hot political
No
climate
joke.
going down. No, Hunter is awesome.
Hashtag take down China.
Yeah, there you go. That's something we can all unite on, right? Don't tell China
Freedom.
that though. They own
Give me
like a
freedom or
lot
give
of
me
our.
death, baby.
They own a lot of our business, so we got that hand in the pot. If you don't believe me, just ask the NBA, Blizzard, and Apple, Google. Whoever's got lots of money, probably Disney. I bet Disney's in on that too.
Oh yeah.
But hey, this isn't the political climate podcast. This is the gaming podcast, the Delirious Dads Gaming Podcast. So let's get to it.
Yeah, the political climate crossed over a few weeks ago, and that's why
It
it's making its
did.
way in sometimes. Yeah.
It does. Yeah, we have to put our barbs in here and there when we can. But tonight we got a pretty good little show lined up. Ryan's going to be hitting us with news.
The best.
Yeah,
The best show
news.
we have lined up.
The
Yes.
best show.
Oh, the
Okay.
best news too. Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't want to make it about me, but you're right.
I see where we're going with that. I don't approve, but I see where we're going with that. Anyway, yeah.
Hunter, what are you bringing tonight? Tips and tricks, right?
No, I'm
No,
bringing
I was
tips and tricks.
joshing him.
I know.
I'm
I was
doing the
messing with
quiz.
him too.
Oh, dang. That was so good you got me.
Yeah. So Hunter's going to be hitting us with some quizzes, and I'm going to be bringing you some tips on a game. Yeah. That's where we're going with.
Nice.
So with that said, I think Ryan needs to just take us on over to the news and get this going.
All right.
Leaks for Geeks.
All right, guys. Just as soon as we finish saying this is not a political show, my first bit of news is political. Okay.
Nice.
Yay!
We've been talking about Blizzard the last couple episodes ever since their debacle with Chinese professional Hearthstone player from the tournament who stood up and said what he thought was right, which, you know, there are policies set up, and he had a contract with Blizzard and for the tournament and everything that he violated. The point is not that he violated anything. The point is that Blizzard sure took some quick and swift and strong action that did not measure up with their normal pace and strength of action. And so people thought that it was because of a little bit of money in their pockets from China, which is probably true. Anyways, they've gotten a lot of backlash. They've lost a lot of supporters, a lot of people who are actually playing their game, subscribers, and
just overall rep, yeah.
Yeah, really, because they're like, you know, it's like, here's the funny thing. If you notice in the news, it's been really, really, really Blizzard.
Yeah.
And when I say that, Activision is not mentioned.
Yeah, they keep going right after Blizzard.
Even though it's Blizzard, Activision, Blizzard, they're the same now, guys.
Right. Yeah, Bobby Hotek is running that show, but
yeah, but they don't want to take down Call of Duty with the Blizzard crew. They don't want all your Call of Duty guys to be like, we're not doing this, because those are a lot of times are like, you know, we got all kinds of kids and everything that plays Call of Duty, but a lot of war guys and stuff like that that are from the military love Call of Duty, and they would definitely, you know, you get a little more kickback from them even than you would, what you call it, you know, your kind of regular WoW players and stuff
gamer
like that.
guys, yeah.
Yeah.
You're
So
non-veterans.
I see why the media has worked very hard to let people know, no, that was a Blizzard tournament and a Blizzard decision, because even though they're together, they do have separate things that they do.
Yep.
And so they're a sister company, you know, they're mothered over with one, but Blizzard made that decision. That's why we see them in the news that way. Even this article just says Blizzard at the top. It doesn't say Blizzard Activision.
Right. I think that's
What were you
good
gonna say?
marketing, though. Like, if they're joined and their incomes are joined now, is that how that works, or are they just partnered?
No, they're joined. I mean,
No,
the
they're
stock
joined.
So
itself
it's the
is
same company. It's smart for them to do that then.
Oh, yeah.
Because
Yeah.
they're not going to take it. I mean, they may even take a little hit on their sales, but to keep Call of Duty out of the drama is smart on their part.
Yeah, they'll still make
sure.
money
Oh, yeah.
on all that.
It's smart for them. What I'm surprised is how come the media is not kind of picking up on that. You know, kind of letting everybody know.
Like,
You
bring
know,
it
this
all
isn't
in.
Blizzard, right? This isn't just World of Warcraft and
This
and
is
those
this is
games
the
over
whole
there.
structure, the whole corporate.
If any
Stuck-
Yeah.
of those developers,
The biggest
over at
player.
Activision, were like had any cojones, you know, they put some Winnie the Pooh posters in that video game. For
Yeah,
sure.
but-
if you don't know,
But the thing
That's
is, Bobby
what
Hotek, he
the
loves
Chinese
that. He
people-
loves that money.
right?
So
the
that's-
Chinese people were referring to making a joke that their emperor looked like Winnie the Pooh, and he banned it in
Yeah.
China.
Mhm.
So Winnie the Pooh's not allowed in China.
So
Mm.
ridiculous.
Nice.
Dude.
No honey for Winnie in China.
Well,
Ridiculous.
we've been talking about them losing players and subscribers and blah, 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 right? But what a lot of people didn't realize is they've lost some sponsors, too. Biggest one to note would be Mitsubishi Motors, which is a huge sponsor. Their Taiwanese branch of the Japanese auto giant has completely backed out of their Blizzard support. And they specifically sponsored the streamers in the tournaments.
Mhm.
And so you used to see the logo pop up with them while they're playing, and now people have noticed, wait, there's no logo. So that's been confirmed though and double checked. That is true. They did pull out on them and said, no, we don't really want to be in this thing that's happening with you. We're going to go ahead and not lose any stock over this.
Yep.
Gonna,
Probably a smart move on them, right?
they're probably thinking we may come back when the dust settles.
Yeah.
Because you're a good partner, but right now you're not really a good partner. So I think that's where that's at.
You got poop on your hands. We don't want to deal with that right now.
Well,
right. You haven't really washed them yet.
Yep.
I was gonna say that sucks because I have so much Mitsubishi products in my house.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Well, it's a good thing then.
Mitsubishi products in my house.
Oh, really?
I don't drive any Mitsubishi products.
Oh, well, this is Mitsubishi Motors, so I think it'll specifically. It's
cars,
let me double check it. I think it is.
Yeah, I think it's just
it's not talking about their TVs and all that kind of stuff.
I didn't know they made TVs. That's interesting.
Oh yeah, you didn't know that?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, they did.
In fact, I don't know one of my friends who drives a Mitsubishi.
A Mitsubishi.
Yeah, Mitsubishi over the last, actually since '08, when everything kind of went right here in the U.S.,
Yeah.
Mitsubishi kind of lost a lot of clout here in the U.S.
Gotcha.
My guess would be because they're a foreign company, they didn't get the sweet bailout that all the American companies got.
Mm-hmm.
And so, so I think that's kind of what happened with them. Just like we lost some other companies at the same time. But yeah, just like we don't know much about Mitsubishi nowadays, neither does Blizzard because they're not associated. So just figured I'd let you guys know on that.
Yeah.
Now that's it for the political stuff. Let's get on to something more serious like PlayStation's View or VUE if you're really specific. Hey, you guys love it? Yeah, I know you do because you get to do it. It's like Sling TV, but it's built right into your PlayStation. You don't have to have cable. You don't have to pay to rent a cable box and all that kind of stuff. You just get to go PlayStation View, pay your monthly subscription, watch your TV right there on PlayStation.
Yeah, it's good.
Not anymore. Not anymore.
Oh, wow.
What?
Yep, they've decided, basically, we thought that the cable industry was going to crash faster when we invested in making PlayStation View. And we realized that actually it has still done okay. The network deals, and they're still very specific to working with the cable companies and the people that are giving them bigger money because of the commercials. And so they're not quite able to acquire all the channels and shows and things that they want that would make their PlayStation View more valuable for the buyers, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Not only that, it's gone up from $35 a month when it started to $50, which is close to like a basic cable bill now. You know, so it's not really saving you that much
for my streaming service and my internet together.
Right.
So
yeah, this is $50 just for this, and so they're going to be dropping that in January. Okay. And when I say dropping it, I don't mean less of it. I mean it's gone. But they did try to put a good spin on it. You know how PR goes. They put a good spin on it by saying we are going to put all of our efforts and focus into our gaming business, which is our number one priority. Okay. So they won't. That way, their gamers won't be mad that they're cutting out PlayStation View because now we'll have more into the gaming. No, it just wasn't profitable enough.
Yeah.
It sounds good to say that.
What they should have came out and said was, because we're shutting this off, we will gain access to other streaming companies that are doing this kind of thing and put the apps on our PlayStation. That's what they should have said.
Yeah. We'll allow you to run Netflix or all your other stuff. Right. I mean, can you already do that on PlayStation or no?
You can do Netflix and you can do Hulu and things like that, but like Sling TV, things like that, that actually do the
channels.
Cable type stuff, they don't do. Now, do they do HBO Go? You know, Hunter?
I have no clue. All my streaming's off of Apple TV. I know.
Okay, so you don't.
It's just because you can have so many. The new gen Apple TVs, you can download apps, so you can download anything you want on there. Mm-hmm. It's not like it pre-comes with the stuff on it. It used to. The older generations had a certain amount of apps on it. That's what you had. Mm-hmm. But now you get the App Store. You can go in and I got, like Netflix, Hulu. Mm-hmm. I even have YouTube on there. I have my streaming service, which I buy through my internet company, which is DirecTV now. Now it's AT&T now.
Okay.
AT&T now.
AT&T TV.
Yeah, that makes sense. But I do know there's some that they restrict because they were kind of in direct competition or felt like they were. I think one of those was Sling TV is through Dish, or who does Dish now? Is it AT&T?
Well, that's Direct. Yeah, Dish is something separate.
Okay.
Dish is bought out now though by Direct. Direct owns Dish, I think.
Oh, so maybe it is all the same. I don't know. Yeah,
that's pretty sure. I think I heard that.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
one
you're
of the things
probably
this
right.
article was talking about. Even AT&T now, just in their last report, said they lost 200,000 subscribers.
Mm, yeah.
So some of these direct type viewing companies that are trying to bypass cable, their cable has kind of stepped up their game in their purchasing power with commercials and with some different things. So they're probably throwing some more on the table that are keeping some of these channels from going over to these direct guys.
Okay.
And so it's kind of like this battle going on that basically PlayStation is saying, I thought the streaming thing was going to win by now, and it didn't. So we don't want to keep throwing money in this.
Gotcha.
Right.
They want to do that long game. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
and one of
smart.
the reasons, to be honest, one of the reasons the streaming thing isn't winning right now is because people are doing free streaming.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, so many people right now are doing free streaming because that's in a gray zone, you know, where it's not, it's like, is it illegal? I don't know, you know?
Yeah.
And so with doing that, yeah, you're kind of screwed.
Well,
If you
and
could
the fact
monetize all the streamers, it'd be a different story.
But I also think it's the fact of when you do a $50 membership subscription like
It's
that.
too much. Way too much.
And you have no other plan. You can't do a $15 plan or
Yeah,
for
and
something
that's just,
less.
well, like you said, that's just the cable. It's not like that you're also having to pay internet on top of that. You know, and do you need, I don't even know if this is a thing, do you have to have PlayStation Plus in order to use PlayStation View?
I don't know.
You know what I'm saying? So maybe that's $60. I it's a yearly
That
thing,
adds
but
up,
$60 a year, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you know, I wouldn't even, to be honest, I wouldn't even have done when we bought it. It was DirecTV now, but
right.
I would have done it. But they said, oh, it's just $5 on top of your internet, and we're like, yeah, do it.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
right.
Yeah, they bundle it in. Makes more sense.
But you know, it's just kind of like, you know, I'm a huge PlayStation guy. Most of my gaming I do is on PlayStation, and it always has been. I'm a Sony guy. My cousin was more of an Xbox guy. That's why I played with him, and I got the 360. But other than that, it's always been Sony for me. And still, I was never interested in View because I was just like, PlayStation's known for something, and that is not streaming.
Streaming TV. Yeah.
It felt a little forced, and I think that's probably the same reason I didn't do it. I was like, I have Netflix. I really don't want. I've cut the cord for a reason. I'm not paying cable for a reason, and I'm definitely not going to pay $50 on top of my gaming expenses. Yeah.
And I don't think you two are the only two that felt that way, and they felt the sting of that, and they had to back out. At least they backed out kind of on their own. You know, it wasn't like we went out of business. It was like we decided
to pull it. Yeah.
The next news, which I'm going to let Hunter kind of chime in as much as he wants on this because he already knows about it.
He already spilled the beans.
He's the one that cares the most about it too, probably. But we've been talking about it a couple times off and on, and that is the fact that finally, we're talking about. I think it's been about 7 years since NCAA 14 came out. Finally, we have new laws. New regulations, not laws, but regulations set by the NCAA that are allowing people to benefit from their likeness and their name, their popularity, their fame. They don't call it fame because fame makes you sound like a professional, and they don't quite want to call it that, but they call it your name, your likeness, your image, and they're saying they're going to allow these guys to profit from that in a manner that is consistent with collegiate model. So they're not quite saying you're going to be able to do just like a pro, but we're not going to stop you from doing anything. We're going to allow you guys to actually benefit from the fact that you're somebody, which I think is right. We talked about that recently and said, if you got notoriety, I don't think that should be able to be stopped. And if it does monetize, I don't think it should just go straight to the college because they don't necessarily own you as a person. They own your gift of the sport at that moment. You know what I mean? And you are in contract with them. A lot of people don't understand that when they go play ball for a college, you are under contract. It's just like being hired. The contract
with your scholarship.
That you get for your scholarship is very in depth. There's a lot there that you're agreeing. You're basically getting paid to play ball for them. So in a way, you are a pro. You know what I mean? It's
with
just
tuition and stuff like that.
Yeah. So so here, and I don't know if the article goes in depth about this. You can correct me if I'm wrong,
go for
or the question I had. So you said they're not treating them like they're professionals, and they're kind of monetizing the way they make their money. So are we talking like, hey, you're not going to make anything off the game itself, but you could do a commercial for the game? Is it that kind of stuff? Or
so what I've read, and you can tell me what you read too on this,
Mhm.
Ryan. But I didn't
Mhm.
read the whole article. I just saw the premise of it, and
Mhm.
because they're looking at starting to play, scratch the game,
Mm-hmm.
the video game for a second. They're
Right.
looking at paying college athletes just to come
Just
play now.
period. Okay.
That's just what they're looking into doing. I personally think that's going to cause a lot of problems in the NCAA.
Mm-hmm.
You got young
Yeah.
kids coming in, and I think that I'm not saying that they don't deserve a compensation for what they're doing. They are good, and they're being asked to come put their body on the line. But here's the
Mhm.
thing: you got to be careful when you're paying a young kid like that, just straight up money. I could see where we're offering them, okay, listen, you're gonna have a nice ride while you're here on campus. We're gonna take care of all your
You're gonna have
housing.
the
We're gonna take
best
care of all your
apartment or
food.
dorm.
You can go to the food places you want here on campus. We're going to take care of all your housing. We're going to, that is, I think that if you step back and look at it as a college athlete, should be worth it. That's a lot of
Mhm.
money.
Mhm.
Yeah.
They kind of
Where
already do that though, in
yes,
a underground
yeah,
way.
to a certain extent. And if they are doing the extra things, you can get in trouble currently in the
Mhm.
NCAA for doing that.
Yeah, but they do.
But yeah, so maybe taking the step and looking at it like let's reward our players in that way. Let's go to that step before we just start handing out money. Because
Yeah, this is not the way the actual stuff that they're looking into is worded. I think these are people running away with the idea. What you're talking about right
yes,
there,
yes,
because the only thing that's actually been voted on so far, it was a unanimous vote from all the governors of the board for the NCAA, and they voted to consider updates to bylaws and policies that oversee the ability for college athletes to benefit from.
yes.
Now, remember, this is worded very specifically from the use of their name, image,
Yes.
and likeness in manner
So
consistent with a college model. So it's not saying they're going to get paid for playing football. They're going to
yes,
get paid for their
Licensing.
popularity.
Any
right.
Yeah,
licensing
And
that
licensing.
and
has their name in it.
and licensing, and you got to think about all the jerseys that are sold in that college
Mm-hmm.
town
Yeah,
that have their
yeah.
number on it,
Mm-hmm.
and name and that kind of
I
thing.
think you should.
That's where
I
the
think you should get a
income's going to
piece of
come
that.
from. Yeah,
Hmm.
I agree with you. I
Mm-hmm.
agree with you on that.
I
But I
think they
do
should
not
not pay them
agree.
directly for the sport.
No,
Yeah.
no.
No.
Yeah. I think
I
that'd be
think
bad.
that's a next level thing, and these kids can't handle that. I don't think that that's especially okay. Where do you draw the line when you start saying, well, we're going to pay Johnny this much,
Well,
and
some
we're going to pay
guys,
Sam this much? You know what I'm saying?
if they get offered enough, that's why they leave.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
This
But
is
that's
now for.
And then
that's
and then it kind of continues in the pro anyway. Even now with the structure we have, you have all these
Hmm.
pro players, pro athletes that go out and make
Hmm.
millions of dollars, and then they
Right.
retire and they're broke.
Yeah, but that's their
And
own
that's
fault for money management, and it happens, but you can't help that. But the way I've read this article is not that that's the intent. The school is not looking to contract and pay them directly more money. The school is looking to allow them to make money elsewhere.
okay.
So
uh-huh.
it's much more. Now say I'm Walmart, right? And
Mm-hmm.
I want to sell a number 22 because it's somebody who's really good at OSU, right? Number 22 jersey. Now
Mm-hmm.
I can do a licensing contract with you, and you can make money off of each jersey that's sold. I'm also licensed with OSU, but I want to specifically sell 22s, not just an OSU jersey. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
so now, in that contract that they make with OSU, the guy's going to get a piece of it, and OSU is going to get a piece of it. That's kind of how I read
It seems
this.
like
Yeah,
they get a percentage
Which,
of
if,
that.
if that's the case, I think it's good.
it is good, but again, I think you're going to have some issues with just
You're
for
gonna-
instance,
You're gonna have more
you
drama
don't
and politics
you don't walk
involved.
yeah
in,
you
in
don't
play.
you don't walk into a store in Stillwater and have every player on OSU's team's jersey. You have the top maybe 4 or 5 guys who are
Mhm.
making an impact. Those are the jerseys these people want. So
Mhm.
number 90 on the team, who's an offensive lineman on the left tackle, and he's not showing up, he's not going to make the money,
That's
and
right.
so I
Yep.
think you kind of have to look at that kind of stuff, and what's that going to do to the sport. What are these kids, now you got to think about there's a new transfer portal, and I'm not going to get too much into this because I'm a sports guy.
Mhm.
I could go forever.
Mhm.
There's the new transfer portal that's open that these guys can go in for a transfer at any time now. You used to not be able to do that.
Yeah,
Now you
usually
can just
you're
go
locked
and
in.
put your name in. Yeah. So okay, well I'm at OSU. I'm doing really good for them, and then LSU calls me. Hey buddy, we got more money here at LSU. we can get your name big, and we can get you, we can do this licensing for you and that. And so it just kind of opens the door to a lot of different things. But if it gets me the NCAA game, I'm all right.
Yeah.
Well,
but
the other thing though is that's the culture of college now. Though college has become that. Yeah. In football, in these big sports, basketball and football, in specifically is now. I mean, OU,
Well, I think it's already
OSU,
that way.
Texas,
if you think about it,
these schools. I mean, now it's big business for them. Whereas when we were kids and our parents rooted for a team, it was not quite as big. It was not quite as commercialized. Now it's just in everything. And
but
so
if you think about it,
have
too,
all these sponsors and all this stuff.
That stuff that Hunter's talking about, between like this guy's going to get kind of the dirt, and then this guy's going to get all kinds of stuff because he's a quarterback or whatever. You know what I mean? It's already that way. Your scholarship's already worked that way. The quarterback already gets a better scholarship. He gets a scholarship quicker than the other guy does. It's already that way. It's just
that depends
all with the school
because it honestly depends on what the coach needs. I mean,
that's true.
If the coach is going out and his running back keeps getting clobbered, he needs a lineman. And some of those guys get good offers. And so, but you got to think right now it's base level. You're talking about an academic scholarship. That's all it is right now. So, sure, what's his name? Spencer Sanders.
Well, that's all it is on paper, but that's not real, Hunter. That's not really what all these guys are getting. They're getting that, and their mom's getting a house in the hometown that Uncle Joe over there bought for them that was actually paid for by a sponsor of the team.
I don't think that happens as much as you think. As sponsor of the team, yes, maybe.
It happens in high school.
But the school can't do that. They'll get looked into and they'll get...
They've got loopholes.
Maybe somebody in the town likes the guy and he says, yeah, come to Stillwater and I'll get, that's a little different. But if he doesn't have anything to do with the program itself, then, I mean, it happens, but that's not...
He's saying it's not etched in the normal setup
way of doing things. Yeah, right. But it already wants to be and has been for years is what I mean. Yeah. People are trying to find a way to do that same thing already. So I don't know that it'll change the landscape that much.
There was somebody out on an interview talking about how some of the big name guys at OU were getting to drive around campus on some convertible Corvettes and stuff like that. And so that kind of stuff, it does happen, but if it's coming directly from the team, you got to be careful because they'll strip you real fast.
No, it's not going directly from the team. They've got other ways to do it. Yeah. It's called a booster club. High schools have them too. I remember back in high school, a friend of mine got basically an offer to go wrestle for a different school, and all they needed was an address in the area. So they just found
an address. Yeah.
Yep, found an address of somebody that lived by there.
All you need is a utility in that person's name, and voila, they sign off on it.
And you can come up with it, baby. And so if you're doing it in high school, you better believe it's happening all the time in college.
Yeah, it's not hard to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Overall, it'll probably end up okay, but I guarantee the college interviews and things like that would definitely be more dramatic and more.
Hey, now instantly, we're talking about football too long, but my mind went to the esports stuff that we talked about with Johnny. So I'm thinking by the time you make it to college as an esport player, because that's the new thing that's up and coming and coming around the corner here.
You should already be making money.
You're already making money, right?
Yeah.
And so really, it's almost a bad thing to go to college. You want to go to college, but I don't want to go to college and stop making money. And so the ability to keep making money and playing professional and being in college, to me, for the gaming community, sounds like a right path. Sounds like, okay,
it would almost have to be, right?
Yep.
I mean, essentially, that is your goal in that realm. You're going to win prizes. That's the point of going to the tournaments, to win that pot.
There's very big differences in that in competitive sports because.
Whoa, that is offensive.
Wow.
I'm not saying that it's less of a sport, but listen to me. There's wear and tear. There's insurances in football.
Yeah.
I mean, people have to retire because they can't think straight anymore because they've had so many concussions. There's just different things like that. And
that's the element of the sport. That's why people that go out and work in the working field, the more dangerous your job is, you get paid more.
You get paid more,
it's the same.
In gaming aspect, I understand that it develops so much as the years go on that you may fall off the top. and you won't make as much money. But a smart person would know that it's good to go to school and finish school, so that once that time is up, you have something to fall back on. I mean, you look at the best athletes in the nation right now, and the successful ones still had a game plan. I mean, Shaquille O'Neal has a doctrine. I mean, he's a doctor, and he's a very successful man. And there's just different people who have just completely bombed out of pro sports and are homeless. Like,
they just went up like a spark.
To me, my opinion on college is obviously I think it's good. I think what it shows if you finish college is it shows you can start something and finish it. And be responsible with it.
And don't get me wrong, you don't have to go to college to be successful.
Right. I was just about to make that point of, I think some of that stuff comes to business sense. You have football players and stars like that are also smart enough to they start their own chain of restaurants that are successful
use the branding.
for them, or different things like that. But
all I'm saying is, if you have the free ticket, you should probably finish your college. That's all I'm saying. I didn't go to college because I couldn't pay $20,000 a semester. But if you have the ability to get you there and get you through school, it's probably a smart idea to just finish it. I mean,
Sometimes my only issue with sports scholarships, I know with wrestling it's for sure, is there's certain programs you just couldn't do because the amount of time, like anything medical, if you were going to go be a doctor or anything like that, you couldn't really commit to that and be on the wrestling team and start and make that scholarship.
No, it's almost like you got to take those 4 years of college while you're getting them paid for. You got to take those years easy. And then you still got to pay for the years after.
Yeah, you couldn't really commit. And so sometimes that's one issue of what kind of degree are you going to get for that scholarship you're going. You know what I'm saying? There's kind of that. You got to weigh that too.
Well, yeah, because you've got to keep your
If I go get my liberal arts degree and start on that football team or wrestling team, it really didn't do much for me in the end.
That's
not the bad people with liberal arts degrees.
It all depends on the college you're going to too. I think those top universities got ways of helping those guys out. I mean,
and they work with them. They got tutors and all kinds of stuff.
So, that's what I'm saying. There's not a formula.
I get what you're saying. They could buy them a couple A's.
University.
Yeah.
There's not a formula for the way these universities around the United States work, so it's kind of be hard to apply something like that to all of them. And so we'll see.
And they're businesses now, so I mean, it's a lot different. They're going to protect university's going to protect their own brand.
We'll get a couple good NCAA games before it just plummets to the ground. And
I'm down for that. I'm down for that. Because I love the NCAA stuff much better. I can relate. It's got my teams on there,
You still get beat in it, bro.
All right, guys. Next news. Obviously, that one got us fired up. It's interesting. It's not just a change in, we get an NCAA game. That's a big change for the history of NCAA sports, of college sports, not just football. And so,
it really is going to affect
understand.
Other
it's worth spending some time on.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how it affects. It'll even affect professional stuff because it'll affect how quickly guys want to transfer over. Because are they making enough money now to continue their degree and not change over? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so
it's a
kind
whole
of
haystack, man.
Yeah.
And you're going to have the women's soccer teams complaining that they're not making as much money as the football NCAA teams are, and you're going to be like, well, that's because you got a fourth of the crowd there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's just the way it is. It's called supply and demand.
Yeah, that comes down to big business. Yeah.
Plenty of supply and very little demand for you women soccer players. Sorry. Yeah.
That's why our wrestling team, we rode in the crappy buses, and football players got the nice ones that have the nice seats and the.
Heck yeah, we rode in the back of a Penske. You know what I mean?
That's what people want to watch, man. Unfortunately.
All right, next on the list, Call of Duty: Modern Warfare. Okay. What do you guys think?
I think
I haven't played it yet. I want to get it. It looks great.
I mean, what do you think of the previews? What do you think of the talk? What's your feelers out there tell you?
I think the graphics look incredible. I'm hyped, obviously, because it's a kind of a callback. It kind of gets me in the mood for that old Modern Warfare feel, instead of the newer stuff.
I have heard from very credible sources that the campaign is amazing. It's very good. I've also heard that the matchmaking is great. It does a good job. Because this person who I talked to is very good at those games and said that his multiplayer was pretty difficult. And so he said that he's getting matched with people that are godlike in their Call of Duty skills. So
cool. So what do you think it's been? Probably I would say about 6 years since we've kind of been into Call of Duty. We've kind of We kind of left the
Right.
Call of Duty franchise. I mean,
Yeah.
that's at least me and Clint. What about you, Hunter?
I've played. My cousin John just said that game is camping galore on our. But I played.
Ryan was a camper, just so you know, John.
Oh yeah, so actually you just helped me out. I bring the marshmallows and everything, the whole thing.
Sets up the tent.
Because that's actually one of the reasons I quit playing Call of Duty is they made it to where you could not play a variety of ways. It went from you could be a sniper, you could be a corner camper, you could be a run and gunner, to you can just be a run and gunner. You can't be a sniper. The perks don't work for you anymore. You can't hide in the corner because the perks don't work for you anymore. And so they pushed the move, and that wasn't my style.
Yeah. I would say I agree with you. Once it, well, first of all, we can all say that Advanced Warfare was crap.
Oh,
and then
it's
after
horrible.
that, we went into some games that were tolerable, but they were like jetpacks, fast pace.
Mm-hmm.
And then, so I've played those with John. He actually bought me a couple of them for my birthday, and I stay playing Call of Duty probably just because of John, because he plays it. He gets one.
Well, it is the kind of game you stick with if you have a group of friends.
Yeah, if you're a fan. And I'm a fan of it because I like playing with him. But those fast-paced ones, man, I would just get ticked, and you could ask him.
Oh yeah.
I felt like it was like no time to do anything, and it went to what was it, World War II?
Well, it just made it kind of like a different game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It wasn't like the old Call of Duties.
Whichever one this last one was they came out with,
Yeah.
was the old
World at War.
It slowed down, and I liked it again.
Yeah.
And
Well,
I
that's what they
liked
did.
it
They went
slower.
back to
their roots.
what was the roots of the other one that was like Modern Warfare. It was right before Modern Warfare. And it was maybe this one was called World War or something. That one was called World at War. I don't really remember specifically, but those Modern Warfare 3 was one of my favorites. You know, you got I think it was World at War back then. I used to love, and then I still like Black Ops. I still enjoyed Black Ops, even though it started pushing that level of
fast pace.
Yeah,
a little
I would
bit.
say it started at Black Ops. Yeah.
I love Black Ops. I think that's one of my favorite.
Is that when they released, introduced the dogs? Which one was it that you could release the dogs?
Modern Warfare.
Okay.
Modern Warfare was the dog one. And Modern Warfare is probably my favorite because I used to play, it's nostalgic. You used to get home from school and plug in and play it for hours and with your friends and it just, there's nothing like it. That was the days of the high velocity Mountain Dew and Doritos. And
that makes me feel old, by the way. Thank you.
Yeah,
I was
probably getting out of junior high, by the way.
Yeah,
when I was playing that game.
Yep.
So, it was a good game, and so I've been playing them probably pretty consistently since they've come out. I skipped Advanced Warfare, and then I've probably played most of them since then.
I've played a little bit of Call of Duty Mobile.
Yeah,
and I've had fun. I've had fun with it. And it's kind of got me like.
It's got that ceiling for me though. I'm not real good on it in the sense of it's one of them deals I'm playing on the phone. I'm like, I'd rather just play this on my console or on.
Yeah. But it got me back in.
Yeah,
it got me back in Call of Duty mode a little bit. That's what I'm saying.
That's all it did for me. It wasn't like I'm gonna sit here taking a dump and keep playing this. It was more like I want to just go play it. Like I just want to go.
I do think I'm gonna buy this thing because it seems like everybody else agrees. Call of Duty Modern Warfare is the top-selling game for them, Modern Warfare or Call of Duty wise for the last 6 years. So it kind of brought back an audience that they lost. We're talking about it brought in more than 600 million in worldwide sell-through and topped the PS4 digital pre-orders record and the 3-day digital sales record. It also beat the company's internal digital sales record, as well as the record for biggest Call of Duty launch on PC ever.
Wow.
So it's definitely kicking butt and taking names.
Yeah.
Which just gets me even more excited about it. Because
so I guess China didn't affect things as much as people wish it would have. Because you're mad at Blizzard, but Blizzard's making all this money with Call of Duty.
But listen, that's why I'm saying they did a good job separating the two.
They did. Yeah.
Because nobody really thought about the fact that Call of Duty was the same company.
Yeah, most people
what
don't.
Helps them out is they just joined not too long ago. Like
it's been over a year.
Well, yeah, but in gaming world, that's
no, they've been merged for a while. I think it's been 5 years, something like that.
Has it really been that long?
Oh yeah,
I didn't know that.
I thought it's been like 2 years.
No,
I feel like we covered this in a video not too long ago.
We covered. Oh yeah, you're right. It has been about 5 years. We covered the president stepping down.
Yeah, all the slowly
Yeah.
the Blizzard, the old guard of Blizzard started stepping down
Yeah.
within the last year and a half, 2 years.
Right.
And
And
that's
Activision
whenever
took
the
over.
shift, and now people are like, well, the Activision effect is happening now to Blizzard, where you have these
That's
people
what
who
it
are on.
was.
Yeah,
That's
so
right.
it's been this slow shift.
Well,
I
see,
can't,
so it
I
has
can't
been
lie.
that way. That was when they joined for me.
Okay,
I got you.
Yeah.
I got you. Yeah.
No, that's
So-
whenever things. I'd say the last 2 years things have started going south.
Well, because when you
for
see their branding, you don't always see Activision Blizzard. You see Activision,
right.
and you see Blizzard.
Yeah, they still
So
brand their stuff separate.
They've
Mhm.
purposely separated that way, but the actual company is Activision Blizzard. It's
Yeah,
both.
if you open up your Blizzard launcher, you can buy your Call of Duty stuff right there.
I think
in
that's
their
smart
launcher.
though, because that's two completely different game styles when you look at their two
Oh yeah,
companies.
yeah.
Sure.
Wonderful partnership.
That's why they're rich. They're making that moolah.
It's the two biggest.
Yeah.
It's the biggest in the first-person shooting category, and it's the biggest in the open world mod. What do you call that?
elements and
RPG
stuff.
category. Yep, both of them combined. Yep.
Yeah.
So yeah, this game's just doing awesome, which just makes me want it. I know if you guys are listening, send us an email, send us some comments on Facebook. Let us know what you think about it.
If you know
If it's
anyone
got
that's got any deals, let us know.
Yeah, if it's got some extra camping in it, I'm down.
I mean, I wouldn't mind getting a bed right next to you. I'm cool with that.
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah. I'll bring the extra
I've always
marshmallows.
been-
We'll have Hunter
free
make us a
keeping-
gourmet breakfast right there, and then when the
Heck
guy runs by,
yeah.
we'll shoot him.
Yeah, that's right. Sounds good. Hey, that's why I do so good at mobile. I just camp the crap out of that too. So
The
you guys can
Delirious
take me for it.
Dad's
It's fun.
camping site, right there. There you go.
All right, next on the list, guys, another legend of our age right now is Apex Legends. Okay, Apex Legends doing freaking awesome. They just hit. Let's see what it was. I don't want to quote it wrong. I think it was 70 million, but I want to
Okay.
make sure.
Was it 70 million? That's a lot.
You know what? I'm going crazy right now because I have a child
Yes.
Yes, I hear you, Hunter.
and there's like not enough time in the day.
Mhm.
And I want to play all these games. I want to try
Yeah.
Apex's Nightmare mode. I want to try Red Dead. Just released some freaky, scary thing on there.
Did they?
It's
need-
not zombies, but it's something spooky. It's
Similar?
like supernatural. I want to try that. I want to beat Red Dead, the story mode. I want to buy Madden.
Yeah.
I want to buy Modern Warfare. I
Yeah.
want to do all these things, and I'm like,
All we
not
got to
even
do
the
is
money.
license a couple of the ideas that we come up with while we're doing the show, and we all get to play video games and do a podcast
Yeah,
for
I
them.
would
Yes.
I would
You know.
love to do that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey,
we're on our way.
that is the sad reality. I'm like, where's the company? And we'll talk a little bit about it later. But where's the company that's going to let me do digital rentals? Why is that not a thing yet? Why can I not have the code to install this game and play it for 2 days, 3 days, and then you can have the license back?
Because then campaign games, that's all you would do, right? You just rent them, pay a little bit, and then the company would make a lot less money.
Yeah.
So they don't wanna do that.
I know, but someone needs to do that.
But in our reality, here's the question, and the company needs to think about this seriously. We do have a couple big companies that listen to us now, I'm sure of it, and they need to think about this in a serious manner. You probably have one or two guys that are going to pay the $60 for a campaign style game, right?
Mm-hmm.
To where if I could pay 20, beat the campaign, and send it back to you, there may be 10 guys.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
so
Here's the
now
thing
what
on
are we
that, though.
what are we talking about here? Where are you going to make more money?
That's already
Something to think about.
happening, though. You can go rent a game from a GameStop, or not a GameStop, but like a Family Dollar, or what is that called? Family Video.
Yeah.
You know, they used to have Hastings.
Yeah.
There-
No.
you don't-
See,
But I'm saying digital. I want to just be able to log in
Right.
and say, what
but
do I
what's
want
the
to rent
difference?
today
Ryan
and
said
download?
they're losing money because you're renting it and play a campaign game. What's the difference?
well that
because the
getting a-
company
they're
has to buy the game.
They're getting a
copy from it?
contract deal with those people. No, they're not able to just rent out one copy, right? Like they're actually getting like
Right.
when back in
They
the
have
day,
to buy
Blockbuster,
multiple
whoever.
copies.
Well, even the multiple copies, they're actually paying a licensing based off of how many rentals they think they'll get on that, and so they're
I
getting
get
a
it.
contract set up on that. They're not just able to rent them out all they want to. If that
Well, then
makes
these
sense.
digital guys would have to do the same thing.
Well, it would be direct. So then all that money, instead of having a contract, all that money, the whole $20 would go to Blizzard Activision.
You could just
So
do.
I think that
Oh,
I think
you're
that'd
saying
be
the
better.
companies need to just do it,
right, yeah. Or they could work with PlayStation or Xbox, right? I mean, they could work.
or
but
if Valve
not-
had it, if you know,
Yeah.
if your Steam had it, or your
Mhm.
Origins
Mhm.
or whatever. Yeah.
Yep, I think it'd be good. They don't make a ton of campaign co-op games. So for
Well,
me,
even
being
multiplayer would be worth it though. There's some games that come along, and I'm like, I would love to play that with Hunter and Ryan, but I'm not. We're not all three going to be able to buy that game and sit down and play
mm-hmm,
that game and get the time out of it for the
right,
price that we pay. And we all know,
right,
being dads and having kids
mm-hmm.
and bills, you're not just going to buy a game to buy it and then not know you're going to have the time to play it. Does that make sense?
Well, maybe
Right.
they even do this. You can buy the game. It's $20. You get the game for 2 weeks, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you have the ability to pay the extra 40, and then you own it, or you just return it,
So like a
depending on
trial.
how much you get. Like, do I really love this game? Are we going to play it? People would be buying the crap out of that, I think.
Oh yeah, I would do it.
All right, come and talk to us. I'm trying to talk to Shadow too. Get us a little sponsor action.
Hook 'em.
We got some Shadow news that'll come on our next episode too.
Okay.
I don't want to bring it today because I got a bunch of other stuff. Actually, I'm pretty much out of time. So that is Apex Legends, 70 million subscribers, which is a crazy number. Clint mentioned, get me a sale on that. Weren't you talking about a scary game earlier? Get me a sale on that game.
Give me
Some of
a
that
sell
for
on
cheap.
that game.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
said it. I don't remember what game we were talking about though.
Was it Red Dead?
No. We were talking about something scary, and then you said, "Yeah, let's see if we can get that for cheap."
Oh,
can't remember
Resident
now,
Evil. Resident Evil 2.
It might have been Resident Evil.
Or
Anyways, there is a Halloween sale if you're a PlayStation Sony owner, and so they do have Resident Evil 2, which is $30 instead of 60. This goes through today. If you're listening to our actual podcast, it ends today, Friday. Okay. The Evil Within 2 is $19 instead of 60.
Okay.
A Plague Tale Innocence is $30 instead of 50. And then you can get all the old Resident Evils if you're wanting to kind of complete your old collection. Resident Evil 0, Resident Evil 4, Resident Evil 5, Resident Evil 6, Resident Evil 2 Deluxe Edition, Resident Evil 7. Those are all $8 each right now.
What? Well,
So
just heading to the holidays with horror.
Yep. The only one that's here, Resident Evil 7 is 15 instead of 8. Sorry. And Deluxe
if you haven't played that game, that's a steal right there. $15.
Yeah. And Resident Evil Revelations 2, which I don't even remember that. Resident Evil Revelations 2? I don't know what that is.
That's one of those.
That one's $9.89.
Ones that wasn't quite as big.
Oh, okay.
I can't believe that Evil Within 2 it was $60 still. That's a little weird to me.
Yeah.
Yep. Evil Within 2 is down to 30 for sale, but that'll be over today if you're listening.
Oh, it's down to 30.
In a couple days.
I thought you said 60.
Well, it's 60 for a normal price. That's what he's saying. He's surprised it's still high.
It's been out for a little while.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
We just lost Ryan that time. I hear you still playing.
Oh, I hit mute when I was adjusting my chair.
I was
forgot
scared.
to unmute.
You should have seen my face.
Yeah,
okay, listen.
He even hit the desk.
Yep.
I think
I'm glad
that's
I
it.
said something because he might have cursed.
I think that's it for the news. Shadow is finally announcing their changeover to the multiple levels, and we'll give you details on that next time. You can look it up, obviously, but you could just wait and hear it from your beautiful Delirious dads.
Yeah,
that's right.
It's going to be a while before it gets to us, but they've got a release over it. I think Europe right now they're talking about. So
okay,
it's looking good.
Sweet, good stuff. Good news, Ryan. Thank you for that, brother. Well, I've got some tips for you guys, so let's hit the intro for that, and then we'll get you caught up.
In a world of Easter eggs and cheese, it's time for what they don't want you to know.
And sometimes, after hearing all that news, you need some kind of guide to help you chill out and, cut some corners on some things, get an edge in life. And that's what Tips and Tricks is for, guys. One of the big new games that just came out, I'm sure everyone's heard of it. We talked about it recently on the podcast, is The Outer Worlds.
Yes.
And so it's really doing good. A lot of people were talking good on it. Reviews have been pretty good. A lot of people say it's kind of this Fallout filler. As far as Fallout's I think it's gonna be a while till we get another one. And some people said this one's kind of a a special game that reminds them a lot of that. But it's different in many ways as well. So I've got from Games Radar, they have a top 11 things to know before playing, or as you're getting into the game. So this is just to help you get an edge,
optimize
on starting the game out. One of the first tips they say is don't start the game on medium settings. The settings for medium basically describes the game as it says how the Outer Worlds was intended to be played. They said the problem with this is medium is incredibly easy. And if you've played any shooter, first-person game, anytime something's too easy, you just kind of get bored. It's like, what's the point of playing? So they say...
So I wonder why they made that as that's their setting that the game was meant to be played in. They should have bumped it up.
Yeah, right?
So
maybe just for people...
Like? That's what I want to know.
Maybe their intent's just for you to enjoy more of the RPG element. Maybe not so much of the, the competitive,
So you don't die as much like me in Borderlands.
So they're saying stick to hard mode if you want any sort of challenge. And then they say if you're feeling extra brave, you can go supernova, which means your companions experience permadeath. So you need to eat and drink, stay alive. You get the gist, that kind of stuff. So it's definitely different. Another little thing they say, this is more of a cosmetic thing, but you can go into the settings and turn your helmets off for your character and for your companions. They're with you, and I guess everybody else in the game. But it just says, kind of, it's a quality of life improvement. You don't have to look at ugly helmets if you don't want to. So that's kind of a weird one they threw in there. They also say, number 3, you want to invest in dialogue and stealth skills. So they kind of go into, it kind of works kind of like Skyrim, I think. In Skyrim you had the persuade, you could persuade, guards and stuff like that. This game's kind of like that, I guess, in the RPG element. They say that, for instance, under the dialogue, you have persuade, lie, and intimidate are your options. And then for stealth, you have sneak, hack, and lockpick. There's numerous stat checks throughout the game, and there's nothing worse than being locked out of a dialogue option or computer terminal simply because you haven't trained the skill points. So don't neglect that. Yeah. And sometimes, some of that stuff will help make the game easier. So that's, good to know. They also say work on your dodge skill in the game. So you have the ability to dodge in the game. How it works is you will press the jump button, and then you press the jump button again while moving in the direction that you want. They also note on here that if you want to dodge forward, you don't get that until you level dodge up to 20. So I don't know how long that'll take, but it's a basic skill that they said is definitely something you want to work on and use to help you throughout the game. They also say you want to complete the game, complete the quests in each town before going outside of that town. So just not to venture out too far too quick. There's 2 main planets in the game. There's Terra 2 and there's Monarch.
Does it tell you why it's beneficial not to venture outside of that town too quickly? Because in some games it makes no difference. Some games it makes a lot of difference.
I think it's because of the amount of quests are already complete. You're just going to get overloaded on the log, on your quest log. Yeah.
Yeah, and maybe you won't be leveled up enough. You know what I mean? If you move out without completing what's there.
Yeah.
Get killed.
Yeah. They said both of those places have multiple towns to explore, with numerous named NPCs to talk to and get quests from. So quite a few of the quests you'll receive don't actually require you to venture out of the town. So it'll be like within the town, running little errands and things like that. That's pretty much all they say on that. They also say to go in, steal whatever you can. So basically that's okay. In this game, it's sort of set up like Bethesda games where you can steal just as long as no one sees you. So, feel free to do that. Don't worry. Just
Right.
make sure none of the
It's
NPCs
not going to make your
see you.
character be like a negative character or a dark character or
Yep.
whatever. It
Yep.
really just, as long as you don't get caught, it doesn't affect your tradability and
Mm-hmm.
people wanting to give you missions and all that. Okay.
Right. So it's going to be
Right.
good for you to make a little extra coin or whatever the
Mhm.
currency is on it.
Yeah, sell
help you
them
out
back
with
whatever
that.
you just stole from them.
Yeah. Yeah. They also said to remember to use your companion abilities. So they say here, along with providing extra firepower in combat situations, each companion also has a specific ability you can utilize which deals significant damage. These regenerate fairly quickly, especially if you invest in the right perks and stats. So make sure you're using them frequently. So be aware of that. You want to check
So that
your...
sounds like your stats directly affect your companions too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Like maybe it could be like a companion heavy skill tree or something.
Right.
I don't know. They also say to check the level of your weapons on any new gun that you pick up. When you pick up a new gun, there's no way of telling how useful it is, how useful it'll be until you inspect it in the inventory. Since every weapon has basic name like assault rifle, light machine gun, etc., the best way to see how useful a new gun will be is to check out both the level and the DPS listed on the item when you're inspecting it. So,
Gotcha.
yeah.
It's
And
hard to
then-
imagine all that because you have no reference. You know what I'm saying? Because we haven't played it yet.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, but I mean, it makes sense if everything's just assault rifle and basic. You know,
Right.
on other games there are specific names to better guns and things.
Mm-hmm.
They say the adjust companion behaviors. So if you scroll all the way to the right when looking at your companions' inventories, you'll find their stats, skills, perks, and more importantly, behaviors. You can alter these to suit your playstyle and the equipment you give them. So, for example, if you've got someone with a powerful shotgun, you're going to want them to play extremely aggressive and up close. But if they're, they got a hunting rifle, then you want them to stay at a distance and shoot from range.
Right.
And so you can actually determine their playstyle with behavior. So that sounds really fun.
Is this game co-op like Borderlands, or is it more like Fallout? It's just a single
It's
player.
Fallout right now,
Okay.
from what I can tell. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Spend your credits on tinkering your favorite weapons. So at any workbench, you're going to be able to spend credits to tinker. So it's essentially you're going to increase the base knowledge of your weapons and add little buffs
Gotcha.
to them here and there. So don't be afraid to ditch them down the line, but definitely work to level up your favorite weapons. Keep them as long as you want.
Okay.
And then
I
it says,
struggle with that so much, man.
I know,
I don't
wanting to
know
hang
if I
on to
wanna let
things.
go of something. I'm terrible at these games. Like I wish if it allowed me to, my inventory would be like
Huge.
ridiculous.
Huge.
Yeah.
That was my biggest deal
I'm a
back in the day
hoarder.
with the old WoW and stuff, back before they let you know how stats of, how much better something was. I would just hang on to the same sword forever because I didn't know if it was better or not, So, the same way I get anxiety. I actually get anxiety about it when I think about it. So, I'm a little bit of a pack rat anyway, so I think that just goes into my gamer personality.
Yep.
So, tip number 11, you want to complete companion quests to unlock specific perks. So, when you fulfill companion quests, you're going to get tangible benefits. So, aside from the special items and wads of currency you're going to get, you're also going to get special perks for that particular crew member. So
that's cool.
help Ellie reconnect with her parents, for example. She'll gain a Beyond the Grave perk, which reduces the cost of bribes by half. Wrapping up companions' quests will also make each companion more loyal to you and your cause. So make sure you listen up whenever one of the teammates needs your help. So it sounds...
That's very different to this whole companion thing. I don't really remember coming across that before.
Yeah,
in
that sounds
any of those
pretty...
style games. So it's
sounds
kind of an
pretty-
interesting layer.
Yeah, like your own little... Like a pet. It's kind of like having a pet, but they've made them humans. So, yeah, very interesting stuff.
Is this the game? I'm sorry to interrupt you. Is this the game that you said that if like you killed
Yes, you
somebody
can kill
to just-
everybody. Yes.
And yeah, and they just
This is the same game. Mm-hmm. Yep, this is that same game. Yep. So it's definitely built in the open sandbox RPG world, kind of like Fallout, Skyrim, all the Elder
I'm
Scrolls
wondering though
games.
if it's open world as in like flat plane, you can go over whatever, or if it's more like a Borderlands or a
Where you have like load screens.
or the older Fallout. Yeah, we have load screens and it's open world, but you're directed. That makes sense.
Yeah, like you have quests that kind
You
of
can
guide
go
you
anywhere
through.
you want, but there's also barriers you can't cross for a certain.
Yeah.
Yeah, until you've
Skyrim-
completed some certain mission or
Yeah,
different things like
Skyrim's
that.
like, you can, no matter what level you are, you can go across the map. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's like
So
I want to
right.
go over here and do that set of quests. Yeah, and it just goes with you. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not 100% sure. I want to say it's probably going to be more like Skyrim in that sense, but I don't want to make any guarantees because I haven't played it or looked at it in huge in depth. But we talked about earlier with game deals and just having to keep up with buying stuff and it being kind of hard. I did want to mention some stuff, just buying games on the cheap, So one of the big deals you want to look for, like on your Steam, you want to look at any of their winter deals or Halloween deals, any summer deals, that kind of stuff. You can get some steals on Steam for your PC games. But there's also some bookmark pages that PC Magazine gives out that I wanted to just mention because, you might be able to find something.
Yeah, there's a site that Hunter uses regularly. What was that name of that site, Hunter? It's almost always a little bit cheaper than Steam.
Let me see. I forgot already. It is called hrkgame.com.
Okay.
HRKGame.com, future sponsor of Delirious Dad's Game.
hrkgame.com.
They also, here in this article, it just says if you can't be bothered by scouring the web on your own, you can go to Is There Any Deal? It's Is There Any Deal? Yeah, isthereanydeal.com, and it searches up. You can go through and search up deals for all types
Sweet.
of anything out there that you want.
Just a shout out too before you move on. HRK is having a Halloween sale right now.
Okay.
It goes on for 4 more days. So.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Um,
Another place I found out you can check out is on Reddit. I about said Twitter. On Reddit, if you put in r/game deals, users vote the best game deals for that time. So you're always going to get the most popular deals up front because that's all an upvote system.
Right.
So if you have a Reddit or want to start a Reddit page or create a Reddit account, add the game deals page and you'll be able to check out some sweet stuff on that.
Sweet.
Yeah. You can also get game bundles, which I did not know about. Humble Bundle is a good place to start. It offers a pay what you want bundle on games. Not only games, but also comics, software, that kind of stuff. Humble Bundles rotates every few weeks, but if you look at the right time, you can end up with new games for just a few bucks. Steam also offers some bundles, and you can also do Fanatical is one, and then this next one I'm going to kill the name. Oh, no, I'm not. It's Indigala. So check those out, indigala.com and Fanatical as well. They have some bundle deals.
Sweet.
So, yeah. Just some,
Everybody
some
likes
other
deals.
places to look.
If you're a dad out there, get yourself a deal.
Yeah.
Get yourself permission to buy a $60 game and then buy 2 $30 games. Gotta work that thing.
Yeah. So there's some places to look if you're interested. I know I am because it's just hard to pay things at full price these days. It's hard to, except I still go buy double cheeseburgers and things like that. So I go figure. I can buy those at full price.
Double cheeseburgers?
You buy
No
double
way.
cheeseburgers?
Yeah. You couldn't tell?
No, shocking.
Not a shot in the world, Hamburglar.
Yeah, not me. So that's the end of the tips and tricks for Outer Worlds, and there's just some game ideas to look around, see what you can find.
Nice, thank you.
Get your shopping on. So with that
Outer
said,
Worlds, we haven't got to play it, but we will because it looks fun.
yeah,
We'll check it out, but it'll probably be a while from now, guys.
That probably
play
needs to
every
be.
game.
That probably needs to
on
be one that we.
HRK,
Hey,
you can get it for $10 off
okay.
right
That's
now.
not bad.
The Outer Worlds, $48.99.
Okay.
Nice.
Hey, you know what though? We could probably stream that. We could just make a Delirious Dad and just stream it, and we'll do with the character what we want. But we could all three play it at the same time.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah,
That would be cool.
yeah, be fun.
So, is Call of Duty Modern Warfare on sale?
I'm not seeing it.
More
on here.
importantly,
There are a couple things that we need to talk about though that we could probably get on here and all play. So.
yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Well,
I
the
did
next
find
thing
some.
we
I
should
did
talk
find some
about-
ways to hook up the Overcooked stuff, just so you guys know. We'll talk about that
Oh, cool.
after the podcast. So yeah,
I'm ready to beat that booty. Me versus Clint. Gonna leave him in the weeds. I beat him last time. I'm gonna beat him this time.
you only beat
the
me
way it
because
goes.
Johnny was there as a distraction.
Right.
That's the
He's
only
just so
reason.
handsome. You're distracted, huh?
He's so handsome.
He's a lot better.
I didn't even know you
He's-
swung that way.
That
He's a
tall
lot more
glass of
handsome than
water
you.
with the tattoos.
Mm-hmm.
Mm,
Them headshots, baby. All right,
icy chiller.
all right, Hunter. Go ahead and lead us into the game quizzes.
Oh, I don't got a transition or anything, huh?
Not on the video, you know. Sorry, brother.
Man, it's just booty sauce.
Wow. I'm very disappointed in you.
I mean, I can do tips and tricks
I mean,
again if you want.
Jeez. No, that's okay.
Oh,
That's
all right.
is his deal always fit into tips and tricks?
Yeah.
Same intro?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I got you.
Oh my
need to
gosh.
make him a new
Yeah,
one.
trivia needs its own thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. You-
Well, we've been
fail.
doing
It's
we've been
okay.
doing it so
Do
much
a
now.
game
that-
one. All we gotta do is make a game one because I usually come and do all the games. You know.
Yeah.
I do apologize because I took the way out like these two losers usually do, and I just looked up a quiz tonight instead of making one.
Did you get it on World Kids
That's
or
okay.
whatever it's called? The Kids World.
Kids World, baby, the only one-stop shop for the quizzes you need. No, I'm just
Yeah.
kidding. I'm not gonna
Clint-
again for
Clint just-
Kids World.
Finger
Clint just
painting
rides me.
games, baby. Finger painting games.
Wow.
No, this
Out
is
of 10
not.
questions, you got 3 wrong. So, how old are you? 7.
Wow.
Because 10 minus 3 is 7.
I felt bad for you, and I thought I need to make this quiz look challenging.
All
Okay.
right, so we're gonna get this started, and if we need, I got my first quiz here has 10 questions.
Okay.
If we need to do more than that, then we can.
See, but
okay,
is this a game we can all play?
not really.
Right. It's just me and Clint, right?
Mm-hmm. Wow.
See, that's why I went
Head
with
to
Kids
head.
World, because Kids World allows us to all 3 go.
Yeah.
We-
Everybody
so we
gets
get
a
to-
trophy, Hunter. Everybody gets
Mhm.
a
I
trophy.
mean, technically, you could.
It's
play
okay.
this.
It's okay,
All-
but a lot of them,
all of us
a lot
could,
of the
but
quizzes I found you couldn't because the way they're set up. Like, well,
Yeah,
one person's
this
going to
one's-
see the answers.
This one's timed, so it's like it's kind of hard to do that.
And see, I've seen some that are timed too that are hard. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So yeah, I got narrowed down to Kids World. It wasn't my first choice.
Yeah, but you know,
So-
I'll whoop Ryan tonight.
Are you
It's
all ready?
okay.
Are you
Yeah,
all
I'm
ready?
I'm ready.
We're
I'm
not
ready. How much time do we
Alright.
have? It's a timed quiz.
I can
Things
pause
get
it.
serious.
Yeah, you can pause it.
So I'm gonna read it.
Oh,
and then
okay.
I'm gonna give you the answers, and then I'll pause it, and then you can give me it, and we'll just see. Who's
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
All right.
I can do
All
that.
right. But they only give me 2 minutes, which I think is kind of crazy. But anyways, all right.
For the whole test,
Here-
right?
Yeah. 10
Yeah,
questions.
that's what I saw. Yeah.
Well,
Okay, I was on the same side.
That's quick fire. Okay. Quick fire questions.
All right. So let's go. In what game would you attempt a Nuzlocke challenge?
A what?
Is
Modern
it-
Warfare.
A Nuzlocke challenge. Is it Call of Duty, The Sims, The Legend of Zelda, or Pokemon?
I'm gonna have to go with Call of Duty.
I'm going Pokemon.
Pokemon. Okay.
Really?
Let's see.
Alright.
It was Pokemon.
Wow. What is a Nuzlocke challenge anyway? What is
I have
that?
It's
no
where you put
idea,
your
but-
nose to nose, little nuzzle, little nuzzle.
Oh, a nuzzle. Okay.
Yeah.
I was thinking of
Well-
I was thinking of like a muzzle. I don't know.
That would sound more Pokemon-ish, I guess.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So,
We'll let
number
Ryan have that
2,
Looks like a
says-
Pokemon.
where
You don't let me
is
have it. I
Watch-
just took it from you.
Where is Watch Dogs 2 located? Is it in Detroit?
Oh,
San
that's a game I
Francisco,
forgot about that looked super
Chicago,
good.
or London?
Detroit. What?
Oh,
Detroit, San Francisco, Chicago, or London?
Ooh. Okay. I got my answer.
I got mine. Yeah,
What is it?
London.
London.
London?
London Bridges.
You guys are
falling
both
down.
wrong. It's San Francisco.
Wow, Ryan.
It's London.
Jeez.
It's London.
You guys keep track of this, by the way, because I got too much going on over here. So Ryan
my goodness.
is
Wow.
winning 1-0. Okay.
Right now
Ryan's
it's easy.
1-0.
All right, let me put in my notes.
I was for sure it was London. Like the whole preview made it feel like London. If I remember, it's got an accent to it and everything.
Mm-hmm.
I've watched Dogs too. That game looked good. I completely forgot about it. That's the one where anybody can become a member of the crew. Yeah, that looks good.
You can become anybody too. Like you kind of hack into them, and you can look like other people.
Okay.
All right. So, what horror game series is the developer Red Barrels known for? Silent Hill, Outlast, The Evil Within, or Amnesia?
Whoa.
That's kind of a
I
shot
don't
in
know.
the dark.
I don't know this one. Yep. I know what I'm
Silent
going with,
Hill,
but it's a complete guess.
Outlast, The Evil Within, Amnesia.
Two of those I've never heard of.
I got my answer.
Okay.
You got your answer, Ryan?
I forgot it now. It's the third one.
Evil Within?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm going with Amnesia.
It was Outlast. Both of you guys got that.
Wow.
So Ryan's still up 1-0.
Okay.
Moving on to the next one.
That's going to be begging for Kids World after this.
Yeah. In the Elder Scrolls Skyrim, which of the following is not a playable race? Khajiit.
Khajiit.
Yeah. A Nord, an Argonian, or a Tiefling.
Read those again without messing them up.
I can't pronounce them all very well. And I know which one it is. I just can't pronounce them. Khajiit, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Nord, Argonian, or Tiefling. Clinton knows this.
Yeah, he played it a lot.
I'm going to make Ryan answer first.
He played it a lot more than me. It's either a Nord or a Tiefling, but I'm not sure.
It's a toughie.
I'm gonna
Ryan
go with
one
it
until I took an arrow to the knee.
I'm gonna go with Tiefling.
It is a Tiefling.
Mm-hmm. That's correct. So it's 2-1.
Yeah.
Ryan's winning. We're only at like question 5, I think, and we have 30 seconds left. So I don't know if it's gonna kick me after that's up or what. So we'll see. But it's 2-1. Ryan's winning.
Okay.
So, what year was Grand Theft Auto 5 first released? Was it in 2015, 2014, 2012, or 2013?
2012.
I'm going with 2013.
He's right.
He is right. It's 2-2.
Dang it.
All right,
I knew he was right, too.
So
I knew he was right. Why didn't I go with 13?
How did you know I was right?
I just knew it. I knew it was 13.
What caused the apocalypse in The Last of Us? Nuclear war, robot uprising, a mutated strain of fungus, or an alien invasion?
Okay. I got this one.
Read it again.
What caused the outbreak in Last of Us?
The apocalypse.
Was it
in the last
nuclear war, robot uprising, an alien invasion, or a mutated strain of fungus?
Nuclear war.
Mutated fungus. Mutated
Clinton
strain
is
of
correct.
fungus.
Dang.
Clinton
It's all
is
fungus, like
correct.
fungus zombies. It's really cool.
I've never played that one.
You'd love it. It's a good game.
So,
it's one of those
yeah,
story
there's-
games you could play and actually like.
There's a zombie in it that is freaky as crap. It's called the Clicker, and it has like an over strain of fungus, and its like face is like a mushroom looking.
Is that the one that's?
Yeah, it clicks. It's
Like
like
that?
it's like.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So that's messed up because that was so obvious if you played it. I didn't get to play it. That was a freebie.
It's creepy.
Man, you know.
So, most of these you're probably gonna know more if you played them. That's what game trivia is. But you know,
Oh yeah.
Burn. Okay.
which of the following names is not a main character in Detroit Becoming Human? Is it Kara, Marcus, James, or Connor?
I've never even heard of Detroit Becoming Human.
Yeah, it's about robots. It's a really
I'm
pretty
gonna-
like story.
I'm
game.
going with Kara.
Okay.
What were
It's
the
a random
options? It
guess.
was Kara,
James.
Marcus, James, Connor.
I'm going with Connor. I'm switching
y'all
it
can't
to
see my
Connor.
glasses, can you?
I'm switching it to Connor.
Okay.
No, we're not. We can't read in your glasses. No.
No, I'm gonna go with. I'm actually gonna go with Connor as well.
You guys are both
Okay.
wrong. It's James.
Wow.
So either way,
I even thought of James, and I was like, oh, that's such a basic name. There's no way it's not in the game.
This one is super hard, and I don't think there's any way. Is
you
it
keeping
2-2
tabs,
still?
Clint?
I'm at 3.
Oh, it's 3-2.
Yeah.
So, who voices Clementine in the Walking Dead video games? Is it Felicia
Question
Day?
is who plays Walking Dead video games?
Telltale. The Telltale
The
games are
Telltale
pretty good.
Signs. Felicia Day, Melissa Hutchinson, Laura Bailey, Dave Fennoy.
It's definitely not Dave.
You don't know. Watch
it's
his name,
Militia.
Dave. A man.
Militia.
What was it? It was Felicia Day.
Felicia
it's not her.
Day.
I know her.
Bye, Felicia.
Bye, Felicia.
Melissa Hutchinson, Laura Bailey, Dave Fennoy.
I'm gonna make this interesting. Go with Laura Bailey since he's going with Melissa.
Okay. Well, it's 3-3 because it was Melissa Hutchinson.
Oh. Okay.
Okay,
Alright.
So let's see here.
How many questions
What?
we got left is the question. That's
Two.
the
It's
true
not
question.
telling me. 2?
I don't know. I just want to be confident.
I don't know either. It's not.
Well, it
telling
doesn't
me at
matter
this point.
if one of us loses here.
What
It doesn't matter.
is the remastered version of Bully subtitled? Is it
Bully?
called? Yeah, Bully.
Yeah, the Rockstar game.
by
Bully,
Rockstar.
The game.
Is it called Bully, Electronic Boogaloo, Bully Undead Nightmare, Bully Scholarly Edition, or Bully Scholarship Edition? Oh, they're being tricky with that one.
They are. They are.
It's the scholarly edition.
It's the scholarly edition.
It is? Because
Yeah.
that's wrong. It's Scholarship.
Is it really? Oh my
Yes.
gosh! I thought
Yes.
for sure I read scholars.
Yes.
Oh my goodness! Don't act like you purposely missed that to persuade me.
No,
Which one
I'm
of
saying
these-
yes because you missed it with me, so we're still
Oh,
even.
okay.
This one's hard. Which one of these games was not the
That's what
work
she
of
said.
Edmund McMillan? Broforce, Super Meat Boy, The Binding of Isaac, or Fingered?
Whoa!
It's the Binding of Isaac.
Same again. It was Super Meat Boy, Broforce. Okay.
Broforce, Super Meat Boy, The Binding of Isaac, or Fingered?
I'm gonna go with fingered.
Oh, well, you're wrong. It's Broforce.
Oh, we both.
Still 3-3.
Hey, Broforce is something I want to get one day. That looks fun.
And that is it. So it's 3-3. So we're gonna have to go on to
Tiebreaker.
a
What
different
kind of
quiz.
tiebreaker?
Did you have a tiebreaker ready?
I have a whole nother quiz. So
Oh,
yes.
yeah, of course, you're ready.
Unfortunately,
So this is
This
the tiebreaker question right here. This is for all the goods.
yeah. We'll just
Well, unless
call
we
it.
both get it right or wrong, then we
yeah,
gotta keep
that's
going.
right. We'll keep going. No.
This
Double
one's
down.
harder though.
Okay.
This one's hard because I don't have multiple choice.
Oh.
I can make multiple choice if you want me to, or
Fill in the blank.
you can just guess it. Yeah, if
Okay,
you think
yeah.
you know it.
Let's do it.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Dr. Ovo, also known as Eggman,
Master Chef.
is the enemy of which video game character?
Dr. Novo, also known as the Eggman.
No, not Novo. Ovo.
Ovo.
Ovo. Also
Is
known
the
as
enemy-
Eggman.
IVO. Also known as Eggman. Dr. Eggman. Robotnik is his last name. Eggman Robotnik is the
Okay.
enemy of which video game character? He's the enemy
I feel like he's dropping lots of hints here. Okay. Ryan,
of a
you go.
character.
I'm
Who
gonna
is
let-
that character?
I'm gonna
Now,
let
let
Ryan-
me know. If
I'm gonna
you
let-
guys absolutely have no idea, I can give you some multiple choice.
No. Let's fill in the blank here.
From what I remember, Dr. Robotnik's, who I thought Eggman was because of his freaking head,
Uh huh.
was
I think you're
was
one
the
here.
was the enemy of Crash Bandicoot. Am I crazy? Yeah.
Is that your
Clint's-
final answer?
That's I'm seeing it in my head, and that's who I remember. So yeah.
Okay. That's his final answer is Crash Bandicoot. My final answer is Sonic the Hedgehog.
Oh, it was
And
Sonic.
Clinton
Dang it.
is correct because it's Sonic the Hedgehog.
I knew it was an old one like that.
What's funny about this, which is real funny,
We've
and
had him before, I think.
we've had this question before on who is Crash Bandicoot's nemesis on a quiz that Ryan picked, and it had the N on there for Dr. Neo Cortex.
I even had it in my head. I saw the N. I saw the N in my head.
Why did
Eggman.
Why did you crumble and go with Eggman?
Oh, Sonic wasn't coming.
I told
not out
you.
of anywhere. Trust me.
Yeah, that's what I said.
I told you
if you had no idea, I would have gave you some multiple choice.
Dr. Ovo.
No, Clint
said
said we had to go that way. He's the head producer here.
Oh, okay. We're gonna put it on me now.
Yeah, let's do. Okay, Clint won. Let's do a couple more fill in the blanks though. I want to see how bad I am. It's entertaining for the fans, I think.
Yeah.
Because I know nothing about gaming, and I'm on a gaming podcast.
The Vault Dweller.
I know that I love gaming.
The Vault Dweller is the protagonist of which video game?
Wow. The Vault Dweller.
Yeah.
You don't know this?
I love letting him go first.
I'll give
no,
Ryan
you're going first on this one.
I'll give Ryan a little hint. We've talked about this game tonight.
Yeah. It's been talked about. It's been mentioned.
My mind automatically goes to Borderlands. Because of the vault, and you're a vault hunter. But I've got no actual clue.
You're on the right track there, kind of.
Yeah, you're on the right track. It's Fallout, Ryan. Jeez. It's Fallout series. Vault Dweller.
Fallout is the Vault Dweller.
I very little played Fallout. I didn't enjoy it very much.
That doesn't give you an excuse to miss the question.
What is
No, it does. Like Sonic, I feel bad about because I played it like crazy. The other one...
What? Ryan, what is the full title of the 5th Elder Scrolls series?
Oh my gosh, you're a dirt dog. I didn't even know Skyrim was Elder Scrolls when I first was getting it, just so you know. But I think that is Skyrim.
Yes,
you'd be correct.
Okay.
What was number 4?
Oblivion.
Oh, good job. And then what was number 3?
What was it?
Actually, I could get it wrong too. I think it was Morrowind, wasn't it? Was number 3
I didn't play those. I only played Oblivion a little bit with you.
If you don't get this one right, you have to shave everything off of your mustache.
Like, I thought Skyrim was just a game made by the same makers of Elder Scrolls at first. Like, I didn't know it was...
a series.
Yeah, I didn't know.
What is the main protagonist of the Tomb Raider series?
Crash Bandicoot.
You're not being
You know
serious.
this, Ryan, don't you?
Well, let's say a protagonist is the main good character.
Yep.
The main character.
Yeah, Lara Croft.
Okay. There you go.
Every guy knows who Lara Croft is.
Which, I want to see if you guys know this one.
Okay.
Golly.
Which French video game company...
I've redeemed myself a little bit, so I'm kind of scared.
Which French video game company publishes the Far Cry series? When did you redeem yourself?
I've gotten a couple
Lara
right.
Croft?
You got one right.
No, I got the Skyrim one right. And I got and I kind of got Fallout one right in my head.
Do you know that one, Clinton?
What's that?
Which French video game company published the Far Cry series?
No, and I love Far Cry.
Is it Square Enix?
I started with Far Cry 3, loved it. I don't think it was. Yeah, I don't think it was Square Enix. I don't know.
That one I'm not sure of. I'm not good with companies though, unless they're real big.
I've only gotten better into like knowing companies and makers since we've been doing the podcast. Like I've been learning a little bit more about that kind of stuff.
Ubisoft.
Was it?
Oh, and I love Ubisoft. And
is it Ubisoft or Ubisoft?
It's
According
Ubisoft.
to Ryan, it's Ubisoft, but
it's definitely.
I always thought it was Ubisoft, but is it really Ubisoft?
Did you guys never watch the old funny videos where the guy did the like the commentary to the Assassin's Creed videos?
I wasn't in school then, Hunter. I was working, so I did not see
Ubisoft Sparkle.
I think it's
Ubisoft.
I think it's Ubisoft.
Maybe in French it's Ubisoft.
Let me see.
Ubisoft. You know?
I'm gonna go with Ubisoft.
I'm gonna go with Ubisoft.
That's what he
We
said.
would both be wrong because it's pronounced Yobisoft.
Yobisoft?
Whoa.
Y-O-O-B soft.
No, that would be Ubisoft. Y-O-O.
Y-O-O would be you?
Yeah.
You.
O-O makes the ooh sound.
Why wouldn't they
Ubisoft.
put...
They learned that back in elementary
That's
school.
still weird though that Ubisoft. I still never would say.
So I was right. Ubisoft.
Yeah.
No,
Ubisoft.
he's not saying it that way. Say it again.
No, yeah, because he
Ubisoft.
said it wrong. He said Ubisoft because he didn't know how to read Y-O-O. Y-O-O is U, so it's Ubisoft.
Yeah, but he's insinuating the U. It's Ubisoft.
Yeah, Ubisoft.
Ubisoft.
That's what I'm saying. You guys are saying it was...
He
you
pauses.
guys were saying it was
pauses
Ubisoft.
and says Ubisoft.
It's Ubisoft.
Send us your emails, guys. Emails, messages. Let us know.
I'm going to stick with Ubisoft.
Ubisoft?
Freaking hate you guys.
I don't know.
Ubisoft, because Blizzard is making big mistakes. Mitsubishi pulled out because they were too soft.
I want to end it with this to see if Clinton knows.
Okay.
And if he doesn't,
Wow.
he has to uninstall Warcraft forever.
Okay. I think we
Not
ended up with a long
forever.
podcast. Mainly because my news was forever. We just really got into it. But yeah, that's
It
what we
really,
got.
it really wasn't that long. We just started at 8 o'clock.
We're at an hour and 38. We'll be all right. Which was the first expansion pack to be released in World of Warcraft?
That's super easy. Burning
Oh,
Crusade.
he knows that now.
Yeah,
I know
there you
all
go.
the expansions. I'll give them to you. Burning
I know,
Crusade, Wrath of
we
the
don't wanna hear
Lich
him-
King,
We don't want to hear him. Don't embarrass yourself.
Cataclysm, Mist of Pandaria. What else you want? Huh? Warlords of Draenor,
Which video game
Legion.
did? Which
Battle for Azeroth.
video game? Which video game did Mario first appear in?
Donkey Kong.
Oh, we did this one
the,
for you.
the Donkey Kong, climbing the ladders and barrels.
Well,
Bring it on!
Mario.
We could go
Mario.
on forever, but
Obviously, Mario appeared to Mario.
He's
Right.
obviously a carpenter, not a plumber.
It's a trick question.
Carpenter, not a plumber. Fake news.
He just happened to have a pipe wrench because he was working on plumbing that day.
It was fake news.
that's like
He was
when-
always a carpenter, and then they said he was a plumber, and we believed it. It's fake
But he
news.
was always a carpenter.
It's like that one question I asked you guys at one time. What does Mario jump on at the end of the level? And we're like a flag, and somebody in the... Well, technically, at the very end, he jumps on the pipe, and then he goes in the pipe.
Not necessarily.
Yeah.
though.
But
Yeah.
Because there's some
I was
levels that there
talking
is no
about.
pipe. Yeah.
Oh, guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening.
We
Thanks for joining.
We got a little
Thanks for
delirious at
supporting.
the end. But overall, it was good. Had fun. Hunter looks a little sleepy.
Hey,
But-
just keep it closed on the Sunday, because you might Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A!
Stay delirious. Stay delirious.
Stay dadding.
And stay gaming on the cheap. This has been a Delirious Dads production. For more information about the show, visit our website at www.deliriousdadsgaming.com. You can also find us on facebook.com/deliriousdadsgaming, twitch.tv, and YouTube. Make sure you like and share our pages to help us grow the channel. You can listen to the podcast on iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, and Spotify. Please leave a rating and review if you enjoy the show. Thank you again for listening, and we hope to see you next time.